This story takes place, I think, 2 weeks ago today. Anyway, I walked over to the party at a fancy bar in Soho, fully expecting it to be over. I spied one of my best friends standing outside and was grateful I hadn't missed the entire event. Little did I know that despite it being 11 o'clock, my night was just beginning. I walked over to the bar where I was immediately greeted by my friend, not with a friendly hug, but with a bright smile and her hands on my breasts. She was so flirtatious, and I already thought she was beautiful, that I just stayed like that, until eventually my hands made their way down her dress, too. Unlike me, she wasn't wearing a bra, and the novelty of touching her soon became a power trip as I realized her nipples were getting hard. "What are you doing?" one comedy blogger friend asked me with a puzzled look on his face. "I don't know," I said honestly. I didn't. What had started out as friendly flirtation had soon morphed into something more. Maybe. We had been touchy-feely before, but never like this. I thought she was straight, but when she pushed me up against the building and brought her lips to mine, I knew something more was going on. I wasn't sure what to think. I was utterly unprepared for sex, as I most often am these days, in New York at least, laden with umpteen bags, tired, with overdue deadlines hanging over me. I also hadn't gotten waxed in so long I couldn't remember, and was wearing baggy panties. I had sworn to myself that I would pursue sex for something more than sex's sake, but that hadn't been working out so well. And her skin felt wonderful against mine. There was a boy we knew standing to the side, though I tried to avert my eyes from pretty much everyone except my friend, and also including her. I pretty much had my head like that the whole time. So we were outside for about an hour. Yes, I was blushing and kind of embarrassed. I think people think that because I'm a sex writer, like I don't blush, and I probably blush more than the average person. So my friends were like, "You're blushing." I'm like, "I know." The party had moved outdoors, and friends kept coming by and saying hello and then goodbye, while me and my friend were joined at the breasts. "Do you want to have a threesome?" she asked me. I had a flashback to my mid-20s, a time when threesomes were just one more thing I was exploring about my sexuality. I still don't know when the last one prior to that night was, but possibly with my ex Kiki so long ago. "Okay," I said, not really sure it would happen, and I wasn't sure if I wanted it to happen, really. I heard her ask the boy if he wanted to come with us, and again, I was totally looking in the other direction, like I was looking over here, and she was talking to him over here, and I just sort of pretended it wasn't happening. I'd been to parties at his place, and we had mutual friends, but I wouldn't have pegged him as the type to have a spur-of-the-moment threesome, and I don't think most people would, but that's another story. Needless to say, he said yes. We found a cab and made our way to his place. The ride took a while, and we made good use of it, kissing and groping each other. None of us were really talking, just touching, white on brown on white skin, hands fumbling and groping as we moved from one burrow to another. I tried not to think about how strange this all was, or what would happen after. It had been so long since I'd been with another girl, save for minor flirtations here and there. I think I'd shied away from girls after the big breakup of 2004. I put the big breakup in capital letters. But my friend was so bold and wild and made it seem like there was no reason not to. We got back to his place, and while my friend went to the bathroom, he and I kissed. "You don't have to do this if you don't want to," I told him, and meant it. But apparently he did, because soon we were all naked. I tried to forget about my self-consciousness, and my friend's bedroom bossy streak came out. I remembered that she had once pretty much shoved me into two hot guys who were making out at a bar instead of squeezing into the middle herself. "Kiss her like you want to fuck her," she'd said, and the man so ordered did. That night, the threesome night, sorry, I guess that could have applied to you. That's what I get for writing it at the last minute. My nerves were gone, and I just focused on enjoying myself, even though I wished I'd been better prepared. I'd forgotten that you can never get bored in a threesome. At least, I can't. There's always someone else to rub up against or kiss or explore, and watching them together brought out my voyeuristic side. I still felt like I was 25, having some wild night out where I never came home, except back then I'd be drunk. Now I was just free to enjoy the moment, and I did, erasing all doubts I'd collected the last time I had sex. Here there wasn't one person who might reject me, but two people hungering for me. Don't get me wrong, it was hot and dirty, but it was also sweet in its own way. I think it was both of their first threesomes, and their earnestness made me a little less jaded about sex. It reminded me, although they can be no end of trouble, I do like girls, especially ones like her who know exactly how to ask for what they want. When I decided that I wanted, that even more than orgasms, what I wanted was a baby, I think I'd resigned myself to leaving wild nights like this far in my past. I'm happy to know that they're still around, and hopefully there's a few more threesomes left in my future.